Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another case of Wednesday Chaos. And completely chaos because there he is. StreamYard just decided that it wasn't going to work. So me, Chloe, and Paul were all sitting in the dark, pretty much. Couldn't see each other. And I was thinking, everyone's usually here by now. What's going on? But luckily, we do talk to each other outside of the pod, and we realised it was a technical issue, but we are good. We are ready, and thank you so much to everyone in the chat who has been having a good old chat with each other, waiting for us to come online. Mark was here first. Yes, Paul. Hello.
I found out we work like Danny's TV. There was apparently because I was posting in the chat to let everybody know what was going on the first time ever.
Yes.
And then the theme music started before I got the message from you going, right, we're on. I'm like, shit, we must be on then. And then fired this up just in time. Heard you talking about one bit, and then heard, hello everybody, here we are. And I'm like, that's a 30-second delay, and now I'm even more confused than usual. Christ.
It's our constant state of confusion, and that's why everyone tunes in every week, because what on earth is going to happen? Who knows? We don't even know from minute to minute. Hence my hashtag this week, Wednesday Chaos, because what a Wednesday so far. But me and Chloe were messaging pictures going, I can see this. Okay, well, I can see this. And it was just completely different screens. So yeah, but we're here. We're ready.
Just in time to see the stream had been shut down. And talking about the favorite question now. So I was like, okay.
It's like, yeah, we're here. The screen is hopefully in beautiful Technicolor, and we'll get through it the way we always do. But yeah, good evening to everyone. As we said, Mark was here first, then it was Emily. Good evening. I'll start a few of Emily's comments actually about the Young Lionesses. We'll come back to that, Emily, don't you worry. Evening, Graham, of course. I did put a little message in, but I don't know if anyone saw it. So thank you, Paul, for putting another one in. Afternoon to our lovely Chris, still in North Carolina. Afternoon, Matt. We did see your post about the shirts. Remind me. I will add that to the list. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone joining us.
And I'm assuming Simon would also like to say to Graham, sorry. There we go. There's the EFL Championship thing.
I was going to say, is this men's football creeping into the pod?
Yeah, apparently men play football too. They've been trying to shove it down our throats recently.
We have to let them. It's going to be equal. But as Sean rightly says, aren't Wednesdays just chaos anyway? Yes, they are. And he asks if we're all well. Are we all well? Are we doing all right? Yeah.
Chloe's just like, this is the calm before the crash out, isn't it?
It's that I'll happily talk about internationals, but I don't want to talk about domestic.
It's just like, yeah.
It's like, that's what we're going to play.
Don't damage your hamstring, because I have now reached the point where I move with the speed of Mark Skinner making a tactical change. Like.
Because how long's the recovery, Paul?
Well, it's been a month already, and it still fucking hurts.
That's fun, isn't it?
Yes. It has flown because we've been mostly shouting about football far too often. But I'm basically
shout about football. Never.
I'm basically a semi-hermit. I spent today. My work day today was consisted of waiting for a few packages and then flying around space playing Elite Dangerous, which is one for the older people in the chat. Space game live, and killing space pirates while doing a bit of work. And then I got a shout out on the BBC this evening because it was absolute chaos there as well. So clearly it followed. We had all manner of technical issues on the local sports show, which was fun.
No. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Paul is taking all the blame.
Just inherently chaotic.
And that's why we love you, Paul, to be honest. That is how.
Chaos is my middle name, along with subtlety.
And you were named so well. both. It's been
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
oh, meatloaf, R.I.P. Right, so this week then, it's been international break again. However, final international fixtures of 2025, which sounds absolutely mad to say, and it's officially over. And it feels like the first pod in quite a few weeks where we haven't had anything live going on at the same time, so we can just focus on what's been happening over the last couple of days. So tonight then is, we'll try and keep on topic, but what we're like, we'll get derailed at some point. So we are going to talk about the Lionesses' final homecoming games of 2025, other key results, because there have been so many friendlies over the last couple of days. I've got some rogue ones as well that I can't wait to share with you.
Ooh, I need to go hunting.
Choose the ones I've chosen. So I'll
Tell
send
you what, if you put the ones in the private chat.
Yes, I will. I will. So we've got a good mix.
And I will make sure that I pick others.
Yes, perfect.
It's not the US Virgin Islands, is it?
Not this time.
Not this time.
Not this time. Oh, that was a good derby, wasn't it? But yes, so apart from those friendlies, we've also had the Women's Nations League final and third place matchup as well. And we've also got domestic leagues returning, which Chloe is really excited for. And we're going to look at the fixtures at the end of the show. So that's kind of a rough outline of where I think tonight's going to go. First things first, I just want to show Chloe the tops I bought at the weekend, because there was the Women's Football Fair at the weekend, which was in Birmingham, run by Throwback Tops. Do give them a follow if you can. I was there with the Villa fan club, and I was doing some podcasting stuff, and I got to talk to them both. So that episode will be coming out at some point this week, hopefully. And they were absolutely lovely. And it's just two lads who absolutely love football, and they're trying to make football shirts accessible. And not just, of course, this season's shirts, but, shirts of years gone by. So I tripped and fell on a few. And those of you who know me will know why. First one. You ready? Any guesses, by the way, what I went for?
Okay, I am a football shirt nerd as well. Did you go for a Bow Sunderland shirt?
You know what? I didn't. But they apparently had a Lucy Bronze Sunderland shirt.
Wow.
Which
that's interested.
vintage.
Because literally, like, I'm not sure. And as soon as that, it was like, wow.
I hear Lucy Bronze, and I just go, wow.
Which I think is going to be about circa 2007. But I didn't see it. But then I asked the lad, because I remember having the away kit before that. And I said to the lads, has anyone bought it yet? And they were like, no, not yet. But I couldn't find it.
Is that going to
so
be?
I might message them.
Are they expensive, these classic? Because classic football shirts are a huge thing now, and I'm assuming you talk about this with them. You
know what? They had them at different prices, and even the most expensive one was still cheaper than a brand new club kit from this current season. So it's honestly, give them a shout. They do mystery boxes as well. So I'm gonna get myself one of them. So
I thought you were going to do a live unboxing of one. I thought we were going to live react to one.
Well, no, I do have one, but it's a Christmas present. So Georgie's scrolled it away and put it somewhere. But as soon as I can open that one,
God, I hope that's the crappy grey Newcastle brown ale and Newcastle shirt.
You can put what teams you don't want.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't put Newcastle in. Oh crap! Okay.
What? You're gonna get it now.
It's a Newcastle shirt. It is. Christmas morning. Christmas morning. We're just going to hear the scream of fury from Lincolnshire.
Scream all across the country. No, not Newcastle.
Freya's opened a mystery box.
Right, the first one may not surprise people, but Villa's third kit from a few seasons ago. I had Leon on it, but if people remember, this is the one I got signed at the open training event, and I can't wear that anymore. So this is to replace the one I've got, so I can actually wear it. So that was shirt number one.
Exactly the same shirt, but one of them you can actually wear.
But one I can actually put on the wall and frame now, and the other one I can actually wear. Genius.
See, I would love one of those in the hope that Natalie Portman would just appear and I'd become an amazing assassin if I was walking around with Leon on the back. There's a movie reference.
There's a movie reference. If you also know me, you'll know that I quite like Italian football. as well.
Really?
Piemonte Lazio.
You know what? No, but I did look. The Girelli marble Italy shirt.
That is nice.
Oh,
There we have.
that's
I do like that one.
Yeah.
Because again,
Yeah.
my marble Italy shirt that I already have has been signed by Piemonte. So now we can get that framed as well. And then I went a bit rogue for the third and final one. Chloe might recognise this one by the colour. Chloe, any ideas?
That is a nice shirt. It's
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's our third one from a couple of years ago.
With Piemonte on the back.
Yeah,
that was half right.
That is a nice one.
But yeah, it's the,
I really
the
like
jazzy
stripes on it.
That is a nice pattern.
It's the jazzy Everton third from a few seasons ago.
It's really nice.
What are our holy grails of shirts? Like
holy grail of shirts.
You know, this is probably one if we have them on, but like shirts wise, if you walk into a room and
I've got a coaster. Thank you.
Nice.
Sorry.
You walk into a room and you know it's like football shirt heaven for you. The thing that you always wanted.
What I always wanted.
Doesn't have to be a game worn. Just the most amazing football shirt.
Oh, I don't know. It might have to be like a retro Sunderland Reg Vardy one. Because I only
an old Premier League.
Yeah, an old Premier League one.
Kevin Phillips of Reg Vardy.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was in year 6, and I think that was the last time I had a Reg Vardy sponsor. So you can imagine the shirt is very small, and I can't wear it. So yeah, I think a proper retro one of them. I think, but there's too many. There's so many beautiful shirts. I don't know, Paul. What about you? What would be your and people in the chat as well? What will
I was going to say, yeah, this is just because
it's a really good one.
The England-China game can be dealt with in about 45 seconds because China was shit and England got 8 goals. Right, we've done that. We'll maybe talk about the Ghana game a little bit later on. Absolute frigging waste of time. Just
well, that was going to be one of my questions. All right. Hold on. But yes, in the chat, holy grail of football shirts. Yeah.
The first football shirt that I've got to look up what year it is. Simon might know, or Mark might know actually, as a Coventrian. The Sky Blues in about 1993, when their kit was made by Ribeiro.
Okay.
The first shirt I ever got was the yellow away kit from that.
All right. Yeah.
Which that was the first shirt I ever had because I had a thing for away kits because Sky Blues away kits are Coventry City kits in general in the past few years because we've had Hummel are bangers, and I'm just putting that out there.
Hummel do make insane shirts, yeah.
My favourite Sunderland shirt is that the Black Cats one that they did.
Yeah.
The blackout one.
Yes. That was this season, wasn't it?
I think it was this season. It's like, yes, that.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful, yeah.
That is a shirt. Sky Blue blackout kits are crap. Even for Hummel. Sky Blues have had some weird kits. I think a holy grail as a Coventry City fan, because it's depressing because you can buy them as replicas, but an original brown away kit. That one.
Oh, okay.
The Sky Blues tramline chocolate. The blue kit is amazing, and they remade it a couple of years ago. But the Sky Blue chocolate brown tramlines away kit.
We're doing it, folks. Oh, that one. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, I like the collar.
I'm not normally one for goalie shirts, but for sheer Coventry pride, there was one that the Phoenix shirt that I've actually got, and we'll go and dig out shortly. But if I go and look for it now, it might be at the bottom of the wardrobe. But the Phoenix shirt from the first return back to the Championship was amazing.
Is it this one, Paul? That one?
wait for it. Yes, with the classic crest.
Yep.
The one that everyone else says is an abomination because they just don't know style.
No, I like it.
Or
Emily's gone. Oh, Chris is saying Spenny United shirt when he was a kid. Liverpool 13-14 shirt. That yellow shirt as well. See, it's a lot of yellow, Gordon. Yeah, Sean, 2021 away shirt was my go-to. Yeah, bright yellow as well. A lot of bright yellow. Love it.
see, that's a story. Emily's story. That is a beautiful story. That's
the first shirt was away shirt.
She didn't have a choice, did she? Like,
oh, I love that.
Sometimes I wish I had a choice.
Of Preston and Everton, yeah.
My parents couldn't have picked any worse clubs. Good. I'm forced to have two clubs because my parents have two clubs. Like,
and you love them both dearly. Yes.
Debatable.
Hashtag fake parent fan.
Yeah,
I'm just fake fan FC.
Fake fan family or something. No.
I'm just fake fan FC. I'm just supporting one and everyone.
It's okay. I'm a fake fan as well, according to Graham.
But my favourite sky blue shirt of all time, there's the green and black away kit, which was the second one I got that was amazing from the 90s. But my favourite one, because it is home to me and it's beautiful, the goalie kit from last season or the season before that really confused people when it first came out because it just has a load of random squares of colour all over it.
Oh, right, okay.
People not from Coventry saw that and went, what's that? People from Coventry went, that's the sun window in the cathedral, which is one of my favourite things of architecture anywhere in the world. And it just...
Yeah. So...
I can't show you them, can I? But it's like, let me find out what year it was. Hold on.
Is it the 24-25 one? That was like stripes of colour that look like water.
Oh
no, that's... Oh, you've had loads of colourful ones.
Oh yeah. A lot of the relatively recent Hummel ones are all retro stuff. Oh no, it wasn't a goalie kit. It was.
Oh.
But it was. It was 2022. Jesus, it was 3 years old. The 2022 third kit.
2022.
No, 2022 away kit. Because the third kit is because that was when we had the tram lines and the stained glass windows on the same thing. And then the away kit...
Oh, no, it was the third kit. It was the third kit.
The away kit was purple and yellow, which is another classic.
Yes.
And...
yeah, it was this one here for... Oh, you can get one on eBay for 90 quid if you want one.
I mean, they did lose in the playoff final that season.
So it was... Oh, I'm getting it. Hang on. This one.
Yes. Yeah. That is the window.
Oh, the colour. Yeah. That's great. I mean, what a great shirt to have.
My favourite Villa shirt, classic Villa shirt. Do you have the things, because it was interesting you mentioned the red Virgin ones. The Everton shirt, the classic Everton shirts, either the ones that Duncan Ferguson wear that had 1-to-1 on them, when fucking Mercury were 1-to-1, or the Danker shirts from like the early 2000s. But my favourite Villa shirts are the Mitre Copier ones from like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Before they got sponsored by a shit van company that went bust a year later.
Yes, this one. As soon as you said it, I was like, I think you're going to say this one. And it's a crap picture, but You get it on Amazon apparently. This one, that
What
one.
colour? Yes, that's
Yes.
that is a proper Villa shirt.
That's a proper Villa shirt. Yeah, lovely little colour. The round badge, which is so much better. But yeah, any of the, I think the Muller logo ones are the iconic ones as well.
Proper Barclays.
With the away kits, like proper.
Sky blue shirts need to have either the Subaru ones, like they're talking about in the chat, or Peugeot. Because anything after that look weird.
Sean said our away shirt in 15-16 was pink.
What colour are Fenimore even playing? Are they black and white? I'm going to Google that now. Because it seems like there are loads of teams in the northeast that play in black and white. For some reason.
I know. Ew, why would you do that? I love that everyone was laughing, by the way, when they were like, Freya, you're getting a Newcastle shirt with knobs on the back. I would cry, Matt. I absolutely would cry.
Doesn't matter what name you've got, they're all knobs. Free.
Hey.
Yeah,
Club.
Spennymoor do play in Newcastle style shirts, but they used them before Newcastle did. So.
They did. So clearly better.
But
yeah, keep them. Graham's got a few. 95 to 97 third kit, 96 to 97 away, 97, 98 third. That was a good year then, 97, 96, 98. There you go.
It was a good year for kits.
It was just, it seems like kits go on like a cycle, don't they, where you have some really good ones and followed by some horrendous ones. And you're like, I'm not buying that. What's
and then you have England kits, which are always
also the same.
I can't remember the last good England kit, genuinely.
The women's, the black one with the blue pinky stripes down the side, that's grown on us. But yeah, the home kit's still not a fan of it.
I liked the Euros England home kit where it had like the chromatic badge.
Yes. I hated that sold out so quickly. I know. I'm surprised they never did a reprint of it.
Because that was so popular. The badge was so nice.
So nice. They did have
daily fish supplies at one point.
Fish supplies. They had those Lionesses kits, Chloe, at Throwback Tops at the weekend. They had some of the shirts. They had a Finalissima shirt.
Ooh.
There, and they only had one, and it sold straight away.
So nice.
So very, very nice indeed. But yeah, keep them coming in, chat. Thank you so much.
Chelsea Samsung shirt. They were classics.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I agree indeed.
West Ham Doc Martens as well.
Oh, there's so many ones. There's just the Arsenal one that stands out for me was always the O2 one. And just like Thierry Henry, like that kind of era.
That's a weird slight divide because JVC were just before O2. And
yes, remember the JVC ones?
They were Ian Wright shirts and all of that sort of thing. The best Liverpool as well. Liverpool, Carlsberg.
Yes, exactly.
The classic green and white Carlsberg ones.
Yes, I know exactly which one.
Further back.
Got Gary didn't choose Villa chose me. Yeah, I have to laugh. So Gary, I do the Villa pod with Gary, and he's got a really thick Irish accent, and I've obviously from the northeast. And we were just sitting talking one night, going, "Run a Villa podcast," and neither of us have a Birmingham accent. So it just shows you that everyone, we're, if the club, you feel a certain way about a club, you kind of, it doesn't matter where you're from, does it?
Well, first time it's pink. They try and claim it's hot coral, but it's pink and it's selling out to the sponsors because it's Monzo's corporate colour and it's shit.
Oh, it's that colour. Hey, it's striking. Sean, I thought we were friends.
It's got 15 goals in it. I just hate that it's going to be. I just hate that the promotion season is going to be. Oh, I've put the skin on it now.
Well, the highlight reels are going to be in that
the
colour.
highlight reels. Some of them are going to have orange
bright pink. But hey, you won't be able to miss them. So I think that's a very good thing.
See if Emily's dad drove from London to Anfield, does that mean she has a Scouse accent down south, in which case people will look at her funny and wonder what they're saying? Or is she a Londoner who supports Liverpool, which means every time she goes to Anfield, it confuses people?
In fact, Emily, if you could clear that up, because burning question from Paul. And yes, Maggie Murphy, who's Villa's new managing director, recognised Gary's voice from the podcast.
Maggie Murphy is Villa's new managing director.
Yeah.
What?
Did you not know this?
I'm mainly impressed.
Is this Gareth Taylor all over again?
Because that's an incredible hiring.
August, she was appointed.
Like that's
yeah. And she's oh, I don't know how Villa did it. I really don't, because like you said, you wouldn't put those two things together.
If we could get her on the Women in Football, that would be incredible, because that would just be 4 hours of talking about women's football.
Yeah, that would be. I'll get on it. I will get on it indeed. But yeah, she's been running the Villa Women Fans Forums. There's been one, and there's another one coming up in December. And she's so invested in making the club better and putting loads of things in place and making it a club that people want to come to for an away day, and they want to be fans if they're local. And so yeah, she's
a big reason Lewis did what they did.
Yeah. No, from what we've seen,
it's notable that since she's had to move away or walked away or change from Lewis, they are now a different football club.
They are indeed. But yeah, Villa are doing very good things in signing her. So this is hopefully bigger and better things to come. But yeah, we'll get her on the pod. Yeah, we'll send a message. see if it works. Right then, since we're talking about shirts and we've mentioned England, let's go for it then, shall we? Now, 2 fixtures this past weekend. First against China, the second against Ghana. And just as Paul kind of started to talk about, a lot of people were saying, why are we facing these 2 teams when China are 16th? In the world, Ghana are 67th. So why are we, maybe risking injury, etc., playing these 2 fixtures? So, Paul, is still of the opinion that these weren't the right teams to pick?
I'm still of the opinion the China game was a waste of time, and I think it was commercial because they knew they'd sell out Wembley because of the large Chinese diaspora in the UK.
That's a very good attendance.
And it was an amazing attendance, and the game was a waste of time, to the point where even half the journalists were saying this is a waste of time.
So for people who didn't catch the game, thinking, obviously seeing the scoreline 8-0, in what sense was it a waste of time? Just the fact that there wasn't that much competition? It wasn't
because it was 5-0 after 38 minutes. And it's games like that. The whole point of the Nations League was to try and avoid teams playing teams who are overmatched and develop the game and have teams play at a competitive level.
Yeah.
Which has been very, very good, and we've seen it already bear fruit with the way some of the lesser, in inverted commas, European teams are performing and have performed at major tournaments. And possibly a big thing to do with how Italy have gotten improved as much as they have, I think, because playing the way they are. China might be 16th in the world, but I don't trust rankings a lot of the time, because at least league tables are discovered by points and wins and whatever else. Rankings are just And there is no comparison between beating France, Germany, Spain, whoever else, and running up the score against Laos or Borneo or whatever. And that's no disrespect to those teams, because obviously they can only play what they're playing. But China are ranked 16 on the world with a lot of ranking points, but they are playing in a region of the world in which a lot of women's football is far less advanced.
Okay, I can see that. Gary has a good question though. Well, how do those teams get better if they don't play high quality teams?
Because that's what things like the Nations League model is supposed to build, and qualifying for major tournaments. They're given that opportunity when they qualify for major tournaments.
True. Only issue being though that the Nations League, of course, does not include teams like China, like Australia, New Zealand, because they've got their own federation, of course, haven't they? So should there be an opportunity to maybe try and match up similar qualities from different federations? Would that be better?
Yeah, I think if you're doing that, then there's only going to be, the only teams from Oceania and Asia who realistically can compete with Europe at a high level: Australia, Japan, South Korea. Because South Korea were fairly impressive at the Arnold Clark Cup a few years ago.
Yeah. No, I agree. Didn't have the best time against Netherlands the other day, but we'll come to that. But no, you're right. There's certain teams that are.
It's like China were beaten 6-1, and they were beaten 6-1 at a canter by England in the World Cup. And I think if a squad had been picked with that knowledge in mind, and it's like, right, we are playing the teams ranked 16th and 62nd in the world, so these will be experimental squads. As in, we will specifically not pick your likes of Lauren Hemp and your likes.
We'll do a big rotation.
Leslie Russo, whoever else. Like literally, we're not leaving you out the squad because of merit. We are turning around and saying this is an experimental squad. And if the players have informed that, I'm fairly sure that with the football calendar, a week off. They much prefer.
Because I'm just looking at Jackie's comment there. China played Japan to a 0-0 recently, so I think 8-0 was kind of surprising. However, so I think, I don't know, maybe because China and Japan are more likely to see each other more often, possibly, then that is maybe that more competitive edge because they knew what to expect. But because we rarely face up against China. You're right, we had the World Cup match, but they could have changed. They are the current Asian Cup holders, but of course that's at once every 4 years. So people were saying yes, they might be the current holders, but that's a completely different team to what won it and that kind of thing. So I think it's just to do with cycles and stuff, isn't
it? Who would you have wanted to play? Because people said, who would you rather have played? And I was like, I'd rather not have a November international break.
Well, we said this.
I literally just turn around and say, right, okay, for the Nations League final, maybe the Spanish league stops and the French league stop because basically Barcelona are buggering off for a week. And you do that. But you look at it and go, this is why you have squads. The African Cup of Nations, you see that every year in men's football. That happens, and it's an accepted thing. Which we'll lose 5 players from our squad, or a week or a month. So if you turn around instead and go, right, okay, there's a possibility every other year we might lose players from our squad for a week in November for the Nations League final. But if not, that way a league game carries on, which is far more interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like when we lose our Australian players and Canadian players in that January-February window, isn't it? So there's still times where we do lose players. But Chloe, for you, 8-0, obviously huge win for us, not so great for China. But were you? I don't know. Did you want to play anyone else, or were you quite happy because China and Ghana were different opposition?
I mean, I quite enjoyed it because it was a different opposition, but also for me, the entire series, I didn't see it as just like, oh, playing games and stuff. This was a celebration. This was the homecoming series titled for a reason, a celebration of the trophy, a celebration of what England did throughout the summer. And yes, there were the new names, but also celebrating all those old names, like your Lauren Hemp, like your Alessia Russo type things. Like, it's the entire celebration of look at what we did in the summer. Yeah, it was hard, but we retained the trophy. It's this big homecoming series, and it's really that's how I took it anyways. I didn't just take it as, oh yeah, we're just playing these games for sake of it. It's meant to be part of this big celebration, a momentous occasion. Like, we've won the Euros twice, like who else has done that type thing? And taking the trophy on tour, like around the country and stuff, and an opportunity for other people to see it and just be there in the presence of the European champions type thing. Yes, I do think the window is too short, because I said this to you the other day, because I kind of forgot a little bit about Champions League and Sub Cup and all that. Like, why are we playing 2 games, then a break, and then 2 games again? But I also swear the Christmas break last season was like a full month long. Like, they had the entirety of December off. So
yeah, they do.
It feels
mid-December.
Yeah, they had all December, and then this time I think the last game is the 21st of December. And then they come back on the 11th. Like, that doesn't really feel like a big Christmas break. But then I kind of like that, because they don't do that in the Premier League, do they? Have the big, massive Christmas break over Championship. So it kind of feels like it's...
Well, no, because they play on Boxing Day, don't they? It's like
not anymore. It's only one game on Boxing Day.
This year, which is obscene. And you can, that's another rant. Women's games should play on... If they made women's games have an opportunity here, the women's game. If the men's game is going to do that for telly, women's just turn around and go, right, okay, women's football on Boxing Day are the rivalry games. So you have the North London Derby, you have Chelsea versus someone that isn't Arsenal but still a rivalry. You have the Manchester Derby, you have the Liverpool Derby.
Imagine Sunderland Newcastle on Boxing Day.
You have the Time Weir Derby. You have Villa versus Birmingham if they come up, or Villa versus Leicester. Which is the closest thing you can get to a derby.
But you make it an occasion, like a local.
And go, right, Boxing Day in women's football is Derby Day, and you alternate it each season. So one season it'll be at Anfield, the next season it'll be at Goodison, for example. Every Boxing Day.
But yeah, that was just my thoughts and theories behind like the Christmas break, because I didn't realize it was like so close to Christmas, because like I said, last season they had like a full month off for the entirety of Christmas, because it was like I kept seeing all the snaps of our Claire in Australia and like, well, how long is she there for? I felt like Claire was there forever, and she probably was, because it was so long, but now she's only got like 2 weeks. Well, she's probably longer. She'll hopefully, fingers crossed, be at the Asian Cup. But
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it just feels short. Like, I don't know.
And again, that comes down to management, doesn't it? And like all the players and managers are coming out and saying this needs to be sorted, because what's the point in having such a stop-start beginning of the season, which is so crucial to player welfare. So it just it doesn't make sense to me. Paul, Emily says that's the best idea she's heard all year.
Bloody hell, you clearly haven't heard many. But I'll appreciate it. But yeah, WSL, if you want to do something worthwhile, right? Either move the winter break around, or dispense with it completely. And Boxing Day every year is Derby Day, irrespective of whether the men are playing. Boxing Day, or possibly the closest Saturday to it, just because the closest Saturday after it. Or the first game of the new year is Derby Day. Boxing Day and the first game of the new year is Derby Day, back to back.
Oh, back to back one. Oh, I like that.
So
And you know what?
The first half of the season and starts the second half. Double derby.
What we can all wear at these games.
Oh Christ! Why?
Where can I get one?
This is the Nike website, everyone. $54.99 for a WSL football shirt. Yeah, I mean that's blowing your own trumpet a little bit, isn't it? Emma, now that's the shirt of the season.
You can wear that, you can wear that to festivals.
You can indeed. The festival shirt.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've got a description.
Insert pop star who they're desperate to associate with the women's football vibe.
Oh God.
To wear it at Glastonbury.
The description's quite disappointing, actually. Celebrate the rise of the Women's Super League with this bold pre-match top featuring dry fit technology. Oh, no. Do you want to know the proper names of the three colours involved, though? Black, fun. Action grape. Action grape.
Wow.
And safety orange.
Safety orange.
Safety orange.
No,
and
action grape. Made that up.
No, I will share the screen again. I will share the screen again.
I want proof of that.
Screenshots, timelines, receipts.
Action grape.
Action grape.
Wow.
No.
Where's action grape, safety orange, and then black? Why isn't black a cool name?
Yeah, I thought you might like that. Action grape.
No. I was quite proud of my topical tab, but now
it's got to be action grape. Now this has come to our attention, of course, because the lovely Matt did tag us earlier, and it's so you can have that one, or it's a plain black Nike one with the orange swirl, or a white one with the orange swirl, and it's just a bit. Why? Why would you do that?
I'm broken.
The best type of grape.
Action grape.
I love that. Everyone's loving it.
It sounds like a shit healthy eating superhero, doesn't it? The kids.
Hey kids, look, it's action grape.
To challenge lethargy lemon, it's action grape. When lethargy lemon strikes.
Lethargy lemon. Let's see what this one is.
Wouldn't it? So it'd have to be like. It'd have to be. I'm trying to think of a negative word that's the opposite of action.
Stagnation.
Stagnation.
Comatose.
But enough about Everton.
There's also speaking of shirts, not Everton. London City Lionesses have released their third kit. Did we see this?
Yeah.
Yes. With
there's the reaction.
Chloe's very happy about it. Chloe, what do you think about it? I'll get it up for you.
Bit purple, isn't it?
It's horrendous.
Action grape does whatever an action grape
does.
Is it A, lazy fruit? No, it's not, because it's action grape. Look out, it's action grape. That's all he's thinking.
I love it. Oh, action grape needs to be a series. I'm trying to get. I want the color descriptions now.
I mean, it's quite.
lemon, it's yellow. Just
Women's football shirts, right? So
it says something when safety orange is not even being mentioned with mockery because it's fucking action grip.
action grip. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the London City top isn't on the Nike website, which is where these beautiful descriptions would have come from. And London City don't have it on their website either. So watch this space for the descriptions. However, I
mean,
can show you, Paul.
Purple.
I know, but I want like. But imagine if that was also grape as well. That would be amazing. So, Paul, it does look like this.
Although I do really like the badge. I think it's one of the chrome badges again, which
No,
is
they fucking don't.
yes, the chrome badge. I really like the chrome badge.
Yeah, so it's like a purpley segmented something. But of course, they've taken on the logo of Everyone Watches London City.
Look at that shite. Like, honestly. Just fuck off with this, everyone
70
watches.
English pounds they want for that shirt. £70. Plus £15 personalisation, plus £5 for a sleeve. So, but I do just want to say, well done for doing the sleeve badge, because there are still clubs that do not have that option in the WSL. Panic purple. Yes, it just, so I will commend them for the badge, sleeve badge.
No, I like the actual official badge as well. Like I like the Euros kit. I like the chromey badge. I think that's really.
It's something different, isn't it? Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
nice.
I had a purple Game Boy. Yes. Oh, that takes me back.
Is it for the fans? It's lethargy lilac.
Lethargy lilac.
Gary, yes. It's a Harchester rip-off. Yes. Which means that someone's going to plant a bomb under Bromley Stadium or something. Or Kosovari Aslani is going to fall out with Sophia Jakobsen and push her off the top of the stadium at midnight, and nobody's going to find out what's happening on.
See, I was going to go with, because it's a grape, Michelle Kang's probably going to open up a vineyard and then sell London City wine.
Don't give her ideas.
I was already laughing at the Kang Women's Institute, to be honest.
London City Wine is their supporters going, we do have a fan base, honest.
There are a few of us, I promise.
Sorry, Nessie, if you're in the chat, I know. But again, and we keep saying this, it is fascinating that Nessie, who describes themselves as one of the old school London City fans, in that she was there a few years ago when they were just fairly mid-table championship.
Yeah.
And has basically said Kang has ripped the heart out of what London City was. And it's now incredibly corporate. Yeah,
and when you've got people saying that, I mean, the whole point of a football club is to, like, it's a family, isn't it? And it is.
It's not a community. Is it? London City Lionesses is a corporate entity. It's not a community.
No, it's a business, isn't it? Ran like a business. I do have to apologise. I'm now sidetracked by the Nike website and their colours. So I've just gone on. You know the England warm-up kit? That's like the purple, blue, red,
we are talking about football, but this is how shit the England-China game was. That we know that we dealt with that, and we're just on to like colour description.
Yeah. This one here is Hyper Royal.
Wow.
Still not quite sure. So it's this one for anyone. If we remember this one. So it's just Hyper Royal Black White.
That's a royal blue, presumably.
Hyper Royal. Just say royal blue.
Well, it's Hyper Royal.
You don't need to
all the bits that aren't black and white.
It's like you don't need to reinvent blue. Like blue is an okay colour by itself. That sounds
like something sort of character in Street Fighter.
How do they describe this one?
Sounds like you're about to throw a fireball at someone. Hyper Royal! Like it's a finish.
Oh, purple ink and sesame.
Ooh, sesame.
Sesame.
Purple
Sesame.
ink and purple ink in sesame.
Purple ink. Yeah. That's the it was the men's pre-match one. That was like the geometric print.
Oh,
So it was
yeah.
still like the purples and dark pinks. But yeah, it's purple ink / purple ink / sesame. What is this? Yeah, I promise we will talk about something else.
Nike's main brand
Challenge
clothes
red.
are mercury, cod grey, and white.
Cod grey?
Cod grey.
Why cod? Wow. It's oddly specific and yet not specific at all, isn't it?
But they've had apparently they
lucky
have
green.
colorways. I kid you not.
Yeah.
Because I've just looked at Nike color descriptions, and some of them are the descriptions. So like when you buy trainers, and it's a Nike Air Max Jordan insert random stuff, and those are the color palettes. So like if you buy a Nike Air Max Jordan South Beach, it's a Jordan but that's pink and teal, for example.
Okay. Yeah.
But I kid you not, apparently one of the iconic Air Max colorways was you could buy a Nike Air Max 90 Bacon, which was a colorway inspired by pork. Actually,
Wow.
Nike actually described it as this colorway is inspired by pork, featuring pink, off-white, and red.
Paul, we know what your hashtag says. If someone comes on and looks at that very briefly.
Oh, yeah.
That says something very different.
Oh, God, yeah, because you can't see Action G, can you? Oh, Christ. That's an intentional misogyny right there, isn't it? Wow.
I just looked down and went, wow, that's a word I wasn't expecting to say. And then
that's an intentional misogyny. Sorry, everybody. I genuinely hadn't noticed that.
So no, if you did want to change it to anything else, just in case it gets misconstrued, please feel free.
I might change it to hold on. A famous shirt that you can buy in shops around here that went viral. Because
MSN Podcast After Dark. Sponsored by Julius.
Hold on. That doesn't work. Hold on. Let me do it properly. It's not netball ball. The same thing to
netball ball.
Netball ball. Hold on. I am a man who you can use technology. Honest.
He says.
Planting like Mark Skinner and making a substitution that isn't Rachel Williams. There we go.
Hey,
that you can buy that shirt, but the numbers are on top of each other. The words are on top of each other.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, in fact, that should be on Drag Race. That should.
Genuinely, you can buy it, and you know those ones that have the like those weird things that had like they would be people, and they'd have, I don't know, take that. It would be like Robbie and Gary and Howard, and I mean it would be across there, and just in a particular font. That, but it's just Coventry University netball team, and the letter and the
also known as.
The first letters are indeed in different colours.
Oh no! So it really fixates on it.
Yeah. And now I'm going to remove that as well because people tuning in mid-thing wonder why I'm randomly doing that.
He's gone from that to that to now. Chloe, I'm gonna come back to you. We will talk about the other England game. But I tell you what, yeah, Gary, you would wear that loudly and proudly, because the first England game then. So just to go through it. So we had Beth Mead scoring 2 goals in 2 minutes. Then Lauren Hemp 2 minutes later to make it 3-0. Then Georgia Stanway scored 3. She got her hat trick. Then Ella Toon and then Alessia Russo. So it was pretty much everyone who'd we expect to score got on the score sheet that night. But then, of course, it comes to Ghana. And I think because it's, again, first ever meeting with Ghana, so we didn't really know what to expect. But yeah, how did you think that game went? Because I don't think people were expecting just a 2-0, were they? So yeah, how did it go for you?
No, I think I enjoyed it. Again, I thought Ghana were pretty good and pretty decent. I really enjoyed watching them. And did you see them all queuing up at the end as well for a photo with Lucy Bronze?
That was so wholesome, though. Because you sent me the Lotta interview where she was like, yeah, they were asking her to follow on Instagram during the game. Yeah. They were asking for a boot.
Yes, it's more because I liked Lotta's glasses. I was like, oh, Lotta's glasses are cute. Just thinking of the fashion because what else do you do? But to be fair, I thought Ghana were gonna get a goal at some point. But do you know what? Super Anna Morehouse. Big fan of Anna Morehouse. I've said how much I love Anna Morehouse in the past. Plays for my lovely Orlando Pride. Robbed. Yes. Hashtag robbed. We weren't robbed actually. No, she has been a vital part of our squad for the past couple of years now, particularly last season, you know, when Orlando Pride won the NWSL. Gonna add. No, I loved seeing her get minutes. I did think that it would either be Ellie Robe or Kiara Keating in goal for Ghana, can't lie. Just thought Serena would put a different keeper in, but no, stuck with Anna. And you know what? I'm really pleased for her. She's quite tall as well, Anna. She's 6'1". And I just think she's great. I can't say enough positive things about her. I'm so glad she got the opportunity to go in goal. Bit good if we didn't get to see that much of her, can't lie. But the parts we did see of her, I was really impressed. And the fact that she's 31 and she's only just got her first senior call up is, I really love her.
There's time for me yet. Yeah, Chloe, Emily's saying, would you take Anna at Everton?
Yeah, I would, but she'll have some competition with our court, so I don't think that would be very wise.
Exactly.
More for me because I like having her.
Choose.
It'll be Sophie's choice, won't it? Anna or our court. I'm like,
Sophie's choice. That is a reference. No,
that is a reference.
We've gone from dodgy hashtags to referencing Nazi tearjerker films about the Holocaust. Jesus.
Don't
say we don't give you, culture on this pod.
No, I think if Everton did need a keeper, Anna would be good, and I'd like to see her here anyways, but also I think Orlando Pride will struggle without her, so I'm a bit at a loss. I'm very 50-50 about it. I did love Lucia Kendall as well, starting, getting not only her first goal, but her first goal at her childhood club. Like, what an amazing moment for her. And
yes. Yeah, no, it was a great night to be a Villa fan. Like you said, Lucia getting her first goal. Missy Bo God, what's in this? Missy Bo Kearns.
Missy Bo who?
Do we have a Rosie moment then? Missy Bo Kent.
No, my mouth just stopped working. I can't explain it. Missy Bo Kearns. There we go. Got her first England start. That was incredibly exciting. And yeah, it was just, as Emma rightly says, Ghana were pleasantly surprising. And I think that's the thing. If you're coming up against a team that, they're never going to come up against England in like, I don't mean to sound horrible, but like a competition like the Nations League and things like that, because they're so, worlds apart rankings wise. So I think they just absolutely leapt at the opportunity to be able to play against them. And, execute their game plan really, really well.
What I really like about African teams in general, and this is the bit where people are going to go, "Oh God," because it's going to sound like stereotyping. But the thing that you notice with African teams that you perhaps don't see in European teams is the sheer pride that African players of all genders have of representing their country.
Yes.
And and just the whole vibe of them as well. Like the clip of the Ghana fans up in the corner of St. Mary's as well. They're just the noise and the colour and the joy and the cheer.
Yeah.
And
what they bring,
as well, because we have had certain Irish people who have been complaining about abuse this week, funnily enough, who have previously said questionable things about non-European teams and their style of play. But the Ghanaians, both on and off the pitch, were just joyous in every single way.
Oh, they were. I agree.
Like we talked about Brazil, they play football like it's art. The African teams in general just play like it is just a kids' game. There is the serious competitiveness to it, but just the joy and you see it at the African Cup of Nations as well. Just the noise and the pageantry and whatever in the crowd from.
It's the passion and it's the pure joy of football, isn't it? Like they've, when we talk about kind of like heart and soul of football, that's exactly what we mean. And you could just tell they loved every minute of it. And of course, Shani Boy Haloka, of course, who we know from Nottingham Forest, London Villa, etc. It was great to see, her playing for a country against England as well. So, there was some familiar faces in that crowd as well, and I just think, Sunderland won it up, yay!
I did wonder. I was sat there waiting for the reaction of Sunderland.
You know what? They're not doing too badly, are they? The Sunderland men's team, not too bad at all.
They put some. If Kivell and his mates put some more money into
in the women's, yes,
Melray and Steph Libby,
yeah, it'd be nice. Hey. Winter transfer window, they're going for Bonmati. That's what.
Well, they're not because she'll be hopping.
Well, no, because she's got. Well, that we'll come on to that in a sec. But yes, the money in the winter window. That's exactly what we'll go for. But one thing I didn't mention from the China game as well, because I know who mentioned it. I think it was Zach saying, China was just outclassed. What happened? I think that's it. I think they set up completely wrong in the first half. Second half was slightly better because Zhang Linyan, she came on and made such a difference. She was like their outlet down the wings in the central areas as well. She was incredible. What a difference she made. So I think I don't know if it was injury or if it was just tactics or something just went horribly wrong in that first half. Defensively awful.
It also makes me bad because teams outside of Europe have the best nicknames.
Go on them.
Team. Because Ghana are the Black Queens, which is just
brilliant. Yeah.
But China are the Steel Roses.
Steel Roses. Yeah.
That is a nickname.
That's a proper hard nut of a nickname, isn't it?
That's an anime, that is, isn't it? That's a proper martial arts, Bruce Lee, Steel Roses movie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And of course, it wasn't just our seniors. I know Emily was talking about the under-23s against Norway. Now, Emily talked about the number 10, who was quality. That number 10, if you follow Girls on the Ball and Emma Sanders and journals like that, they have been talking a lot about Erica Parkinson. And that was who was playing in the 10 role that night against Norway. And she, I believe, can speak, 4 different languages? So she could actually go for any of those 4 countries, like Portuguese, Spanish, French, maybe. obviously in English. So because she's been with the English youth setup, although I think she is playing in Portugal.
She is. She's playing for Valadares.
That's the one. Yeah.
In
Thank you very much. So she could technically go for any of those countries because she's got family and claims in all of them. But yeah, the English setup has her for the moment. So hopefully she's a very valued member of that squad and stays with our youth setup, and then hopefully our seniors as well. Because you're right, Emily, she is a very, very good talent indeed. But yeah, under our youngsters doing very, very well. And again, we're seeing more and more of them being called up to the seniors, which is incredible, because for a while we were worried, weren't we, about that step between the under 23s and the seniors, and that those coming through weren't getting the game time. But Serena is showing she's more than willing to give them that time. So there we go.
Another underrated name, by the way, in the under 23s, who I know Emily will appreciate, Faye Kirby.
Yes, of course.
Very impressive indeed. And of course, Kira Barry at Sunderland, who, interestingly,
Kira Barry. Yes, let's talk about her for a minute.
She's amazing.
Her leaving Manchester United now.
Yes, apparently there's a rumour that she's not going to re-sign. Yeah,
because
I hope not, to be fair.
And realises that it's a dead end. Like I remember having a row earlier when I first was up talking about women's football on Twitter, when Chelsea had their loan army and just used to hoover up players and let them out. And to be fair to Chelsea, that has paid dividends with some of the players now, because players like Lexi Potter and
Jessie Gale, of course, is doing really well out on loan
as well. But it's nice to see players like Kira Barry openly deciding, actually, no, I might be at Man United, but I don't want to be at Man United because I can't see a path there. I'm not being used. And that's the thing.
I know this is look at like Evie Radford as well. Like,
I know
that's
Man United fans who are saying Mark Skinner doesn't use. Mary Griffiths starred for Wales.
Mary Griffiths, yeah,
and has played something like 6 minutes for.
Yeah, and that's what the fans are so upset about, because they're like, we've got this youth on the bench, use them. Like, why aren't you even giving them minutes? Why aren't you even showing them that this is possible? Because you will lose them. So yeah, I'm with you, United fans, on that one. Just so much talent. And Kira Barry, we've seen what she's doing for Sunderland. Now she's back fit and she's playing and what she can create and what she's doing for England. So United would be stupid to let her go. But
there was her, Rebecca May, and Alyssa Ahern who were supposedly being talked about, and Charlotte Healy, Youth Revolution.
Yeah.
So I think Rebecca May now playing, I believe, Derby County in the third. Oh, tier,
okay.
Which is a bit sad. But Kira Barry, Alyssa Ahern, didn't Alyssa Ahern go on loan to Crystal Palace last season?
I remember her going on loan. Hang on.
Did she even go on loan to Sunderland? Am I imagining that?
She's now permanently at Sheffield.
Fair enough.
Yeah, she went on loan and then they've signed her permanently. Yeah. That was just in the summer, though, so that was very recent.
That's another youth talent that Man United have lost.
Yeah, she's 21. Yeah.
Because
you think what they could do. Give them a couple of years, embed them into the first team, and then you don't need some of the other names that you rely on quite a lot.
The thing that's a bit sad, because we're talking about Erica Meg Parkinson, and I do wonder why now, you aren't having teams in the lower end of the WSL looking at a lot of the national under 23 sides, a lot of whom are at the big WSL teams and being loaned out.
That's why, I love Lucia Kendall getting, the praise she deserves, but I also hate it because then you can see the four clubs circling And they're like, oh yeah, we can have her. And it's like, no, she's
I
ours.
mean, Mia Enderby seems like she's been around forever, but it's because she started coming to prominence when she was 16.
Well, that's the thing.
So,
Yeah. No, I agree.
You look at Hannah Silcock is an amazing player as well. And I know it seems like I'm picking out Liverpool players, but they are. We do have a bunch of young players who are probably deserve more use. And Sarah Bracero Carrera was at Lewis 2 seasons ago and barely getting game time, and now she's playing for West Ham and doing very well there.
Yeah,
so.
doing very well. Yeah, just shows you, doesn't it? You change your club, change your fortune, and see what happens. And speaking of different talents, Chloe, I know you were following along the Matildas over this international break. Both of them were against New Zealand, weren't they?
Yes.
Talk us through some of the key points. How did they do with this break?
They did well. So the first game was a 5-goal thriller with Amy Sawyer, Hayley Rasso, Ellie Carpenter, Katrina Gorry, and Cara Cooney-Cross getting on the score sheet. If you haven't seen Cara's goal,
Cara's goal was a banger.
Go watch it.
Beautiful, yeah,
amazing. Cara Cooney banger, might we add?
Cara Cooney banger.
Thanks, guys.
Fantastic.
Hero week.
ACB.
That was good. They started really well. There was really good link-up play between Ford and Rasso to create her goal. And it was the first big chance they had. But they scored after 13 minutes with Amy Sawyer, which was also pretty good. But the goal of the day was, of course, Cara Cooney banger.
Of course.
And we love. They then doubled the lead in the 24th minute. Hayley Rasso pounced on a misplaced pass and hit it on the inside of the post. Katrina Gorry nearly made it 3-1 just before half time, but her shot went wide. Then Ellie Carpenter got on the score sheet. The ball was clear to her and she managed to get it in an open net. And then Cara Cooney-Cross, just inside New Zealand half, took one touch and then took a long range strike. It's absolutely stunning. It is so good. And then Gorry made it 5 in a period of stoppage time where she played a 1-2 and found and got it in the net. And it was her 18th goal in Matilda's colours.
Oh,
then the second game, it was Alana Kennedy and Hayley Rasso scoring again in back-to-back games. Hayley Rasso, not Alana Kennedy. This was her first goal since the Olympics. But New Zealand seemed to be a lot more on the front foot this time. They saw what Australia did the first time, and then they obviously wanted to get more of an attack on it. Sam Kerr also made her first start for the Matildas on home soil in 736 days.
That's a stat.
That's a stat.
There you go. Very impressive. But it didn't take long for Kennedy to score. She shot a powerful strike into the net. Her first one since the Olympics, like I said before. The Kiwis came close to scoring their first goal, but Tegan Micah, who was replacing Mackenzie Arnold in goal, caught it quite well, and it didn't happen for him, obviously. And then Hayley Rasso scored in the 70th minute. She struck it straight in the net with a half volley, and it curled into the bag. Caitlin Ford then also had an opportunity just before she was subbed off, but again, that went wide, and she was so annoyed. She couldn't hide her frustrations just as she was subbed off. But it was looking promising for the Tillies for ahead of the Asian Cup, which, they're hosting it. It's on their home soil, so hopefully it's a good one for them. But it does mean we could potentially be losing our Claire, which I'm not. But also, if you think of how many Aussies are in the WSL, there's going to be a lot of teams that have that problem, like Arsenal losing Caitlin Ford. Like, Caitlin Ford has been a vital part of that Arsenal squad.
I've seen a lot of Arsenal players now in the WS. Australia.
Also, but I've also just had a thought that we're going to also now be losing a lot of our Japanese players as well when they go play in their cup, because we've literally probably got half the Japanese population. Okay, we have 4, but
that's it. But that's
the population. Okay, we have 4.
that might be a slight, but that might be a slight
extreme to the next.
It might be a slight exaggeration, but we are going to lose a significant number of players.
Yeah, and not just squad players, but very much first team, start 11 players. Yeah.
Don't tell me to be worried, because I'm very worried.
It's okay. We won't talk about it. Don't worry. I would just like to mention though. Just popped up on my Twitter while I was looking for something. Doris Boadua, who played for Ghana the other day, has put up a post of her and Lucy Bronze, and she said, "A tough match against England yesterday, 2-0 loss, but a solid performance. Thank you, Lucy Bronze, for the jersey swap and the guidance. Moments like these push us forward." And it's like that. That is the reason why we have these games, because, from federations who I know we can whinge about the FA for some things that they do, but ultimately football in this country is, I think people might forget sometimes just how good it is compared to some of the federations around the world. And I just think for girls and women and everyone everywhere to look up to people like Lucy, who have changed the game, and players like her, and you just think for that moment to play against her, but then to be able to have a little chat after the game about playing styles and guidance and things like that, like that must be such a phenomenal experience to be able to have. So I'm so happy that they got that opportunity. I just want to share that. So thank you, Doris, for posting that. That was brilliant.
It was nice seeing all the Ghanaian players so joyfully there, switching shirts and players, and just the good feeling you got off the pictures of the pair of them.
Like living in the moment and just really thoroughly enjoying it. Yeah,
pictures, both the England player and the Ghanaian player, you can feel the warmth that they came from that game.
Yeah. 100%. No, yes, we say there's no such thing as a friendly, but that one you could tell it was just two teams that just wanted to play football, and that's the key thing. That's what we love about it. Now then, so thank you for those Tilly's updates, Chloe. Thank you. Other games I just wanted to run through, and I do have some rogue choices, and I know, Paul, you were going to think of some as well. Wales won 3-2 against Switzerland, ending 2025 on a high, ending their 12-game winless run. So well done to Wales. 3 first-half goals from Sophie Ingle, Hannah Kane, and Lily Woodham. So three really good goals there for Wales. Scotland also won their game 3-2. They also played China with 3 goals in 4 minutes. Kirsty Howitt was her first start for Scotland, and she got a brace either side of a Kirsty Hansen goal. Again, all in the first half. China got back into the game with a goal in each half, but Scotland did end up eventual winners, as I mentioned. But there was a very nasty challenge against Erin Cuthbert. Did we see this?
Yeah, it looked.
Yeah, it looks bad.
It looked quite bad, and Erin unfortunately had to get stretchered off. So we do hope that she is okay, because it didn't look good at all. I did go back because they kept some injuries they don't show you, do they? That one, there was no filter on that one. They kept showing it, and it looks like it was just someone's trying to like body check her off the ball slightly, but their shoulders kind of got into a jaw and just really jarred this area. So yeah, it didn't look nice at all. So yeah, Erin, we hope you are okay and getting the attention that you need. The Netherlands as well, they faced South Korea and won 5-0. 4 of those goals coming from none other than Viviane Miedema, and the 5th going to Ella Pedemors as well. Italy also played the USA twice. Unfortunately, lost both games. But I mean, the USA were they're just a different level, annoyingly, aren't they? But it was a really good test, of course, to see where they need to step up, where they need to be. Paul, have you found any games that you would like to talk about?
I mean, Spain won the Nations League. Yay, good for them. Moving on.
I was going to talk about that separately.
Well, I was just like, it's Spain and Spain are boring, basically. So that was why I kind of skipped that one. But Australia, Holly McNamara is a player who should end up in the WSL because she's the next.
Heard that name more and more recently, haven't we? Yeah.
Yeah, she's the next one, if you like. Looking at the friendlies, are we starting with the rogue ones or are we picking the non-rogue ones?
You can talk about whatever you like.
Some quality rogue ones. Brazil beating Portugal 5-0 away from home.
That's a big one.
Something of a point to prove. Scoring at either end of the game in the first and the 90th minute. So just to prove a point. Japan beating Canada as well.
Yeah, Canada aren't having a good time of it at the minute. They, I think, has it been a year since they've won a game, scored?
Canada seem to be in a fairly transitional phase.
Well, it's hard as well because, of course, Casey Stoney's got a lot of personal family problems going on at the minute, so she's not actually been with the team for their current camp because she's looking after our mum. My mum's not very well, so it's just, I think there's just a lot of things going on in the Canadian camp through no fault of anyone's, but I just think it's not been steady.
And a lot of they're leaving out players like Jordan Huitema and Ash Lawrence, Michelle Prince, Jade Riviere was only on the bench. So they're still playing players like Shalina Zadorsky, who was amazing, but it's almost like they can't let go of that Olympic team.
Yeah, still a couple of people in there that should probably still make an impact off the bench, maybe. But
I am surprised Jordan Huitema hasn't ended up in the WSL yet, because
me too.
Again,
maybe we can campaign. Yeah, let's campaign for her to come back in.
Here are all the players that we want to play in WSL.
Yeah.
We just have an allocation draft.
And these are the teams we think they should play for. Yes, 100%.
Just Everton.
Everyone at
help Bry.
But even names like Kaylin Sheridan weren't starting. Sabina D'Angelo was playing in that game against Japan, which is interesting in its way because they're both very good goalies, but Kaylin Sheridan is probably the better one.
Yeah,
so
I see that.
That was an experimental thing. Also, the Baltic Derby, and not just because it was cold in Northern Ireland or Scotland, but an actual Estonia versus Lithuania.
Whew. Yes.
One of those grudge matches, which was.
And how did it end?
And it ended. I'm doubting myself now because I thought I was about to say Lithuania won 5-0, but I'm now going to double check. Lithuania did win, but they only won 2-0, not 5-0.
Two still good.
And then you had the slightly more rogue ones: Greece beating Belarus 2-0. And it's interesting again. A lot of Asian teams coming to Europe.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Malaysia. Well, technically it's still Asia, but Azerbaijan, according to UEFA, is in Europe.
Well, if we look at the Eurovision Song Contest, many countries are now in Europe.
Pretty much.
Like Australia.
But that's just because the Eurovision Song Contest is really popular in Australia because Australians have nothing else to do in the outback, apparently.
It's just very camp. It's perfect for Australia. Lots of sequins.
But more Rogue Ones.
Yeah,
I'm
go for
a bit
it.
annoyed that my initial Rogue One got cancelled, which is Mozambique versus Eswatini.
Yeah.
Just because I was where you're like, yeah.
No, because I saw it, and this is a rogue story. My school was a Catholic school. We had nuns, and they had, as part of the Sisters of Mercy, they had like Catholic projects that they would help with out in Africa.
Was one of them a Temple
I didn't.
of Love?
I was going to say I didn't hear what you said, but I'm going to assume it was offensive.
No, it wasn't. It was a music joke. It was a Sisters of Mercy Temple of Love joke.
No temples of love. But when you got to sixth form, you could apply to go to Swaziland to help build schools and wells and things. Like you could go out for a couple of weeks and go do that, which of course is now Eswatini. So that's how old I am. I remember it being Swaziland.
What if there are people in the chat who remember Zimbabwe being Rhodesia?
Yeah.
I remember when Mali was the Spanish Sahara, you know that.
Back in my day. Just quickly, yes, Miri Taylor, Scottish debut, now plays for Scottish women's national team. And also Sophie Whitehouse making her debut versus Hungary. Yes, because that was behind closed doors, wasn't it, Chloe? The Ireland game.
Yeah, it was. It was weird. It said it was behind closed doors, absolutely no footage yet. There's loads of photos of it, and there's full-on match reports. So much behind closed doors. I've seen a lot of photos of our court. Our poor little ginger court, all sunburn. I've seen photos of her.
COVID flashbacks.
I know. Yeah, because Carla Ward said, she was like, well, why, we're trying different things. Why would we let the world see, essentially? So
yeah, because we want to.
So I think the media could have a stream, didn't they, to do the match reports and stuff. We need to get on that stream. Yeah. Need to be that media to get access to that. So Carla, if you're watching, if we could just, be your press, that would be great. Or hack the stream, one of the two. But can't do those things.
Yeah. The Z Derby happened.
The Z Derby?
The Z Derby. Zambia versus Zimbabwe.
Oh, a fantastic derby. Yes.
And Zambia beat Zimbabwe 3-1, as you would expect, of course, because Zambia is Barbara Banda and Rachel, who I can never say Kundananji properly. I always feel like I put a name in the wrong place.
Kundananji. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Kundananji.
Nepal versus Chinese Taipei as well.
I heard nipple. No, Nepal. I was like, there was a nipple.
Well, it was played at the peak.
Very good. Very good.
And also the Island Derby, Tonga versus Tahiti.
Hey, I'm going to talk about that.
You're going to mention Tonga Tahiti.
I told you. I put it in the chat.
You did. Okay, that's my fault because I read it and then misread it. So seamlessly, having mentioned some of my wildcard games.
Let me take over from you. Tonga versus Tahiti was great because both of them 3 days previously to this got knocked out of the World Cup qualifiers. So both of them went into this game with very little confidence, and they actually did really well. Both ended up scoring. So in the qualifiers, Tonga lost 3-0 to American Samoa, and Tahiti lost 1-0 to the Cook Islands. But yeah, Tahiti started quickly. They scored first in the 9th minute through Kohai Mai. Great name. Kohai is fantastic. Tonga then leveled up 4 minutes later through Loma McNeese. It was a long ball that fell in space behind the defence, and the half ended 1-1. Second half started. Tonga surprised again with 2 very quick goals. McNeese got her brace through a long-range effort, and then 15-year-old Sofiana Moala made it 3-1. It's a 15-year-old chance from the edge of the box. Then in the second minute of injury time, 17-year-old Tema Tonga made it 4-1 with a volley into the roof of the net. And I was looking at kind of where these players play. Do they still play in Tonga? Do they play internationally? All of them, apart from two, still play in the Tongan League, with goal scorers Moala and Tema Tonga both playing for Nukuhetulu FC, and the club won the 24-25 Hilala Manongi Cup to qualify for the 2026 OFC Women's Champions League. There you go.
That's an amazing name for a cup. The Hilala Manongi.
Great
Cup.
name.
Hilala Manongi.
I'm now going to look up who they're named after, because that, when you hear it and it's like that sound.
That's got to be someone very
that sounds
prestigious.
Pacific Islandy.
Yes, but both the men's and women's team for Nukuhetulu have made it to the Men's Champions League and the Women's Champions League for Oceania. So well done to both of those. But yeah, I love the fact that they were both knocked out of the World Cup qualifiers, but they didn't let it dampen their spirits, and they came back for a really good game of football. The other one I wanted to mention really quickly was Singapore and the Seychelles. They had Singapore won 9-0 in their first game. That was behind closed doors. And then they won... No, they didn't. I take that back. They won 7-0 behind closed doors. And then they went to a stadium for their second game and won 9-0. And the last time they met each other, they won 6-2. And that was a couple of years ago. So the fact that it was now 16-0 shows again the difference between the two countries. However, the Southeast Asian Games that we're all big fans of actually starts tomorrow, the women's football. And that's Indonesia versus Thailand. And essentially, I hadn't actually heard of the SEA Games. I do apologise. But yeah, so they give Asian athletes a chance to compete more regionally. Rather than in the Olympic Games, where, of course, everyone from the world comes and participates. So it's like a mini Olympic Games. So there you go for the Southeast Asian countries. And that, again, women's football starts tomorrow. And it's held in Thailand this year. So there you go. So Indonesia versus Thailand kicking things off. So that was indeed my rogue choices. Paul, did you find out anything about... Hilala Manongi?
It appears, I thought it was a person, but it's not. Well, it doesn't appear, or if it is, there is no information about the person, because the whole project to get women and girls into football appears to be called Hilala Manongi. And now I'm wondering if it's like something in Tongan.
Ah, that makes more sense. Yeah, the new project for growing women's participation in football. Yes, that would make more sense.
Yes. So now it's
yes.
Now I'm going through, because the Pacific Islands is ridiculously rich culturally, and I think it's a thing. New Zealand as well, obviously, with all the stuff. And I remember at the World Cup, everyone being really confused, or certain sections of English football fans being really confused by the thing that they did for Indigenous Australians, where every game it was, we recognise that we are playing on the territory of whoever the local people were, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, that's really interesting that we're seeing more of that and people more aware. And it really annoys me that the WSL isn't recognising history and recognising things and names and like changing the Women's FA Cup to the Bella Ray Cup, for example, and doing stuff that they recognise.
Well, things like the
weird thing with Lily Parr in an AI, which was horrific. But...
Oh yeah, that was awful. But the like even the league could be renamed, couldn't it? Because that doesn't have to just be a sponsor or whatever. It could really go into the heritage of women's football.
You could rename that the Dick Ladies Cup.
Yeah, you 100% could. Just while I remember, the Hilala is the national flower of Tonga. So I think it is just a very much a...
Hilala's the national flower of Tonga. I wonder if Manongi is a Tongan word for just girl.
Manongi means the fragrance, essence, aroma, or scent of the Hilala flower. So there you go.
Oh, so the Women's Football Cup is basically the flower cup. That's quite cool.
Essentially, yeah. Yeah, so it's a evergreen tree native to the Pacific regions of Tonga, and with their flower being the national flower. Yeah.
So you don't learn this on stuff like counterpress, do you? You don't learn this.
I love that. That's always your go-to podcast.
Like,
1-1 Sunderland. That's a point.
So it could have been that. There we go.
But we introduced these different cultures and flowers and meanings. So we hope you all enjoy it, because we love doing it.
The Japanese women's team, and I was informed of this. The men's team are named the Blue Samurai or Samurai Blue, and everybody kind of knows that reference. The Japanese women are known as the Nadeshiko. And if you look up Nadeshiko, it's not a thing. It's a concept. It's technically a flower, but it's the concept of Japanese femininity.
Oh, I like that. Because that's very much this is what we embody. This is what, we're going to bring. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Because it's fine England being the Lionesses and the men being the Lions, but
why aren't like the under 21s and stuff called the Cubs?
That'd be really cute.
Yeah, young Lionesses is a bit boring, isn't it? Because
like, why aren't they called Cubs? Because they're like the young Lions and Lionesses.
Yeah. But it is interesting. Like, the US women's national team are just the USWNT, which is really, really boring. They have the US women's team got a nickname?
I don't think so.
They haven't, have they? They just... Zach, have they got a nickname? Like an actual nickname? Or are they just...
No, they do not have a widely recognised nickname, sometimes referred to as the Stars and Stripes. But no, they do not have one.
I do remember when we went through the... See, this is what happens on the international break. We start talking about stuff.
Nicknames.
Like obscure things. But I do remember on our watch-alongs, we were coming up with like facts, and I was like, I remember Iceland women are called Stelperna Okkar, which sounds like something properly Viking, but it just means our girl.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, I remember that.
It's like that's a bit boring. And aren't Spain just called La Rioja, which just sounds like crap wine? Because
La Roja, the Reds.
Les Rojas, but which you can't even change because you can't even have the feminine version because it's the same for the men as well.
Yeah, just the Reds.
And the French, you only know they're talking about the women's team if you see it written down.
Yeah. Le bleu, le bleu, le bleu, bleu, bleu.
The Germans are just called die Mannschaft. Either team, like they're just called the team.
The team.
or if you're lucky, unser Nationalelf, which is our national 11, which is like really boring. But one of the most famous German football magazines is called 11 Friends.
11 Friends.
Elf Freunde. It's 11 Friends.
Canada doesn't really have one either. I'm just thinking about it. Canada doesn't really have one.
Brazil doesn't have one. They just have Seleção, like the men. But they just stick Feminino at the end of it.
I'm having a look. There's a website that has all the nicknames of all the people.
Incidentally.
Norway's what, sorry?
Norway beat Brazil. That was another international.
Yes.
Signa Gopset, soon of Tottenham.
Soon of Tottenham, yes. Yeah, I mean, Nigeria being the Super Falcons is very cool.
Yeah, because the men are the Super Eagles, so they've gone for the same.
Norway are the Grasshoppers.
What?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is that because they jump all over the place and you can never predict what they're going to do?
Yes. Vietnam, the Golden Girls or the Golden Star Warriors, depending. Of course, Zambia, Copper Queens.
We're back to action grade Panama again, aren't we?
Yeah. But yeah, the Copper Queens of Zambia, that's
quite
the
cool.
best one. Yeah.
Although it is related to mining.
Boring.
That's the one thing that it's related to mining, and it's like,
yeah. South Africa, Banyana.
I do like that the South African thing don't even bother to translate it into English. It's like, no, we are the Banyana. That is who we are.
Exactly. Which literally means girls. So there you go. Banyana. And the boys are Bafana, which is boys.
Amazing.
Yeah, Zach said, always hated women's teams being called ladies. Both college teams I coached were Lady Trojans and Lady Tigers. That just sounds patronising as anything, doesn't it? Like, oh, hello, Lady Tigers.
This is where my nerdiness goes. Was that as in LSU Tigers? See, I'm showing off American college sports.
Oh, you are showing off. Oh, yeah.
I am. I can't remember who the Trojans, so I went to.
See, this is why we love Chris. Random Women's League for Spotlight. Slovenia, the Primorje women, nil. Muru Women 5. They have 11 teams in their league. Yes, we need to bring our random league generator back, don't we? Because who did we both go last time? Was it Lithuania? Latvia?
It was Latvia, Lithuania.
Slovenia.
Right, pick a letter.
G.
Pick a country beginning with that letter. And I'll go and look up their women's league.
Oh, Germany's born. Ghana.
Ghana's women's league. Okay.
Yeah. Let's do that. So while Paul is researching for us, let's briefly go over, because we have to talk about Nations League. I know Paul said it was boring, but we did indeed have a two-legged final and a two-legged fight for third place and a bronze medal. Chloe, did you manage to watch in the Nations League? I know it was the same time as the England games, annoyingly, but did you catch anything?
I catched the highlights, and it was like, what happened to Germany? Like, what happened?
No, honestly, yeah.
What happened in that second leg? But also, why are the two legs for a final? Like, like that's a bit
drama.
Yeah, probably, but it just generally seems a bit confusing having two legs for a final, because it's like technically someone has got a home advantage.
Well, that's the thing. They've both had a home advantage, haven't they, at some point? Because, so the first leg, Germany, I don't know how they didn't win 4 or 5-0. I don't know how the ball stayed out the net. I was watching it. I had to watch it quietly because the baby was asleep. And I was just like, how are you not scoring? Spain weren't their best. If you get a Spanish side, that's not their best. So you need to take that advantage and you need to run with it. Yeah, so Germany just couldn't put away their chances. And it finished 0-0 to anyone who didn't see that first leg. The second leg then, it's in Madrid. They've got all, the Spanish crowd behind them. Tana Bonmati, of course, we mentioned earlier, has fractured her leg, has successfully undergone surgery. So, of course, she's going to be missing for a very long time. And yet Spain, you think such a pivotal player would be missing her, but actually they found their shooting boots in her stead. So Claudia Pina got a brace either side of Vicky Lopez. That was a lovely curling ball into the top corner. And they ended up winning 3-0. I did have to laugh though, because if anyone saw, there was a bit of Emma Hayes, you on the side of our scuffle between the managers at the end, because apparently Spain were essentially slowing the game down and being really really drawn out the minutes. Whereas Christian Wirk, the German coach, was just like, we want to play, we want to get in it. We're having some good chances. We want to get back into the game. So he said afterwards, we couldn't maintain our level of play. The first half was very evenly matched. We didn't take our chances. In the second half, we made mistakes that simply we can't make. I'm even more annoyed about the chances we didn't convert, but that's the difference between us and the Spanish team. We gave it a roll, but at some point our energy simply gave out. So I thought that was a really honest assessment of the situation. Sonia Bermudez, of course, new Spanish coach. This is only the second time in history that Spain have won against Germany, by the way, the women's team. And it's her first ever bit of silverware since taking over the role. She said, it's a very beautiful day to enjoy. We weren't the Spain we wanted to be in the first leg, which we know. But we knew we'd have the support here, and the crowd has been really important. Germany are a very ambitious team, and today we faced a tough opponent. So Sonia went in for the handshake at the end, and then Christian was not very happy and was like pointing his finger at her. Was not happy.
Chris,
and of course, the third.
Stop nicking all my best material. I'm already preparing the best material about the next team name. There was some amazing team names. Yeah.
Chris on the Spence on the ground. No. I love how Chris is always on it, and he is so quick getting this information.
He is the king of Google food.
The prison I mean, that's just sad, isn't it? The Prison Ladies FC. Give them a better name.
Names. So the names in the men's league, first of all. Needham FC are currently top of the Ghanaian Premier Division.
Okay.
Or Mediama SC is how they pronounce it.
Mediama,
and then Commando Heart of Lions, just the one heart.
Just the one, okay.
Just the one. Hearts of Oak Soccer Club.
Wow.
Both based in Accra. Young Apostles FC, which sounds like an indie band.
Just
Ho Ho United Football Club.
Well, it is nearly Christmas. It is December.
Shirt. There you go. Bearcombe Chelsea FC, which is probably a website all its own.
That's another podcast after that. Which call your hashtag.
11 Wonders FC.
Oh, that's okay.
It's a great name, but they're bottom. So, and now the Ghanaian Women's Premier League is divided into North and South Ghana, the Northern Zone and the Southern Zone.
I was going to say, Chris has just said there's another team name in the Southern Zone. Imagine a cup game between Prison Ladies and Police Ladies.
Oh, yeah. Last minute escape.
Incredible.
Prison Ladies playing Police Ladies to escape relegation. But yes. Dreams Ladies FC, which sounds like a shit baller league team.
Oh God, baller league.
Ashtown Ladies FC.
Okay.
Tamale Super Ladies. And Northern Ladies Football Club. So that's the Northern Zone. Fosu Royal Ladies FC. Prisons Ladies FC, I'm assuming are prison guards. It's not like some sort of meme machine thing going on. The Southern Zone Army Ladies FC, who are very good in attack, but not so good in defence.
Yeah.
Harsica's Ladies FC, and then there's just a pub team, the Oak FC. just sat there. Epiphany Warriors.
Wow.
And brilliantly, the Soccer Intellectuals.
The Soccer Intellectuals.
That is actually a team name.
That's incredible.
They are bottom. They haven't scored, and they have conceded 9 in 4 games.
So the intellect, maybe not quite switched on.
They're not quite switched on. But apparently there is a Women's Division 1 as well. There are 2 teams. And apparently there is only a Northern Zone, which The Ghanaian website won't work to show me, annoyingly. But apparently they play from December to July. And there are teams there is a team, the Immigration Ladies are a team.
Okay.
I'm assuming these are like government teams where you have a lot of teams in Eastern Europe and Russia that are called Spartak because they used to be part of the factory teams, or CSKA because they used to be the army teams. So, and they've kind of kept them. So I'm assuming you've got like police ladies, prison ladies, people who work with those professions. Amazingly, there is a professional women's football club who are based in Kumasi in the Ashanti region of Ghana and were a founding member of the Premier League. Fabulous Ladies FC.
Oh, that's incredible.
That's genuinely the name.
You would feel like $1 million going into that club every day. So yes, I am part of the Fabulous Ladies. Thank you very much.
I play for the Fabulous Ladies. And the Soccer Intellectuals play in the central region of Ghana. And we're also founder members of the league.
Yeah. Annoyingly, I love that we're bringing so many different leagues and so many different cultures, and we genuinely appreciate it. And we've got some person in the comments saying, please be respectful of others. I guess that doesn't apply to the horse. Now, they haven't expanded on that, apart from there being an absolute arse. So, see you later.
Fair enough. This is one of those.
What a way to twist something.
What were we laughing at? This is.
I have no idea. And the thing is, you'd think if we ever said something that we completely disagreed with, we've got some fantastic people in the chat who would go, hang on.
I mean, earlier on this evening, there was an accidental thing that everybody went, And
we all just went, oh God, okay. And we had a laugh and moved on because we knew it didn't mean anything.
It's the Single Ladies FC.
I hear Beyonce is the coach for that one. But yeah, I just want to really just reiterate again, because comments like that really annoy us, because we've seen this week a media report. I was going to mention it in a bit, but there is so much online abuse towards managers and players, and people just because they don't care. They think they can say whatever they want online. Because there's no comeback on it, because they know unless it's something really, really bad, the police aren't going to get involved, and there's no real punishment for being an arse online. But at the end of the day, we are here because we love football and we love talking about it, and we've made a community where everyone wants to come and learn and discuss. And
have I said something that could genuinely have been taken the wrong way?
And that's what I'm annoyed about, because we genuinely haven't. Like, we've been very considerate and open, and we're genuinely so interested in different teams and leagues, and the meaning behind the different cups. That we're live, reporting some bits.
Into the Tongan Women's League.
Thank you. Yeah. And to go really on it. And we love that we have people like Zach, best podcast on YouTube. Thank you. And you just think there's so many people who, tune in each week. And even if...
Is Chloe playing Sudoku? No, Chloe is coming up with a tactical master plan, which she will text to Brian for the game for the next couple of games.
Chloe just zones out every now and again. She's fine. She's still here. She just zones out every now and again.
Is it because you haven't really got much to say about the Ghanaian Women's Premier League? And you're kind of like,
yeah, pretty much.
I'm here.
Just quite rude, really.
And I'm enjoying it.
I'm just tired. To be
obviously,
honest,
obviously, no fan of the Fabulous Ladies here. Honestly, maybe we should call the police FC. And
I'm just tired. I'm just zoning out. I just have a moment and then
we'll call the police FC. So Chloe ends up in the prisons FC.
Had that match
I
through
love
and
it.
she's back in the room.
And she's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Emily
Please
throwing
welcome.
shade would like just mention Everton as well. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned Everton, Chloe wakes up. But no, so I did just want to say we are literally a podcast for everyone. So if you don't think that, then you clearly haven't watched the podcast and
the
you're not
only
welcome.
official
So
Ghanaian League podcast.
exactly. Exactly. And just one more thing before the fixtures this weekend, we are nearly done, Chloe, I promise. There was also the third place match, of course, between France and Sweden. Ended 2-1 victory for France in the first leg. So, of course, still all to play for back in Stockholm for the second leg. Clara Matteo scored just for the hour mark for France. Evelyn Iger, who plays in Serie A, equalised in the 84th minute. Then Rosa Kafaji scores the equaliser in stoppage time, the 92nd minute, forced the game into extra time. For Sweden, of course, and then Everton's Kelly Gargle secures the win for France, and they get the bronze medal after extra time. So that one was a proper fight right till the end.
After an extra time draw, which confused me until I worked out what was going on. Like, are we not gonna finish this? Are we not gonna get on with it?
I'm just sidetracked by Action Group.
I bet that person liked Action Grape. Yes. Yes. That's an insult now. That is the football version of I'll bet your dad paints roundabouts. I'll bet your dad likes Action Grape. Like
And we bloody love Kelly Gags. We do. Almost as much as we love Emma's Ocean.
I wonder where you were going with that one. Genuinely.
I don't make those jokes. You do.
I haven't made one of those jokes in several weeks intentionally.
I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. So France did win the bronze medal. So there we go. So Spain with the gold, Germany with the silver. I was like, oh God, who did they play? And then France with the bronze. So there we go. Over for another year as we leave international fixtures behind. So before we go there, any other business anyone would like to talk about before we get into this weekend's fixtures?
There was that article about social media, but we're all in a good mood, so we'll save that for when we're actually back to
Yes, we referenced it slightly, didn't we, with the abuse?
It deserves a bit more than sticking on the end of it.
It does.
Also, we're all in a very good mood, and we don't want to bring the mood down.
Yes, we'll put a pin in it. We'll put a pin in it. We'll come back to it. The only other thing was we hope Laura Woods is okay after fainting before the game the other evening, because that
obviously Katie Shanahan as well to step in.
Yes. To step in at no notice whatsoever and take over the show. So thank you to everyone around in that setup to make sure she was okay. So there we go.
Goldie as well, because of the speed that he reacted, because the camera was on him, and he was talking about England's formation or something, and then you just kind of see his eyes go slightly, and then it zooms out a bit, and everyone's like, "What's happened there?" And then it zooms out, and then Katie Shanahan comes in, and everyone goes, "What's happened there?" And it's like, "Oh, Lord,
what's just happened?" Yeah.
It was again. It was very weird. All the football lads responding to that, because Laura Woods has a very particular group of fans, and it was just like all of that. But hope she's all okay, because didn't her fiance post something going, "Laura's fine," and the paramedics are looking after her, and she just had a funny turn.
Yeah, I think she then posted something saying she thinks it was just a virus, and she was a bit dehydrated, so hopefully she'll be okay. So fingers crossed. Right then, Chloe, we're going to look at the fixtures. It's okay. All right.
Down the nose. Are we that level of crash out.
We're gonna go. So, as you can see, Arsenal Liverpool is in green there because that's our Saturday fixture this weekend, and all on Sunday we have Spurs, Villa, London City, Brighton, United, West Ham, City, Man City, Leicester, Man City, and Chelsea, Everton, with a bonus Villa, Liverpool on Thursday. The start
Is that
of a
the
three.
game that was cancelled when Matt Beard passed away?
Yes, yes, it is. So that means Villa have Spurs away, Liverpool home, City away in the space of a week. And we have no squad. It's going to be fun.
I fancy
Or
Liverpool.
just combine squads.
Yeah, it's
Shall we create a new
Aston
team?
Everton.
Yeah. Just combine squads. You can have, and you get Mads back, 2 for the price of 1.
Aston
Win-win.
Vilverton.
So we can have something appropriately Christmas and just say Toffee Villa.
Yeah.
We'll give you some donuts.
Yeah.
blue ones, or do they still make the jam blue?
I think so. I don't know.
Not allowing red in them.
E numbers. Yeah, it's just all of the sugar. But yes, and again, people in the chat get involved. But what do you think of those fixtures? Anything standing out, or any predictions? Of course, Emily's already in there with a prediction. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 1.
Get a result on that, because I think Arsenal. Well, we've seen, and Adam has spoken at great length about Arsenal's issues.
Yeah,
and Liverpool coming from doing incredibly well against Chelsea. I think.
Yeah. Of
course, they are managed by Gareth Taylor, so that is, a fairly big thumb on the scale the other way. But if after pulling that off against Chelsea, if they approach the Arsenal game with the same, so we'll go out and play against them. And, okay. What I'm saying is, on Football Manager, I beat Arsenal 4-0 at the Emirates with Liverpool. So I can do
well,
it.
that's the thing. Hey, right tactics, it can be done. Of course it can. I hope. I mean, Spurs annoyingly are getting incrementally better. Emily's got them down winning 2-1. I hope it's a draw. I really hope. Obviously, I hope to win, but considering the week we've got ahead, I'll take a draw, to be honest.
Spurs,
I really will.
Spurs, by the way, casually being now linked with Julie Blackstad.
Julie Blackstad, yeah. I mean, Martin Hall is really stamping his mark, isn't he? He's doing very well indeed.
It also says a lot that certain Julie Blackstad available on a free, and yes, it perhaps didn't quite work at Man City in the way it did, but she's still a Norway international elite level left wing back.
Yeah, no, she is. She is indeed.
Arsenal leaving players like Jenna Nietwanger sat on the bench, which is moronic, by the way.
Well, again, there's that rumour that actually she's going to be leaving the club. And she needs to. She needs minutes. She shouldn't be sitting on a bench. Fair enough, be sitting on the bench, as a squad player, where you get minutes and there's rotation, but there's hardly been anything, has there? So
I said online, and it is. There are certain players, like Adam was saying, that don't get dropped.
Yes. Yeah. And I think, it should be merit, shouldn't it? If you've trained really hard that week, then you get in. And that's what Serena said about we didn't mention it, Anouk Denton got her first Lionesses minutes as well. And that's what Serena said, she performed really well in camp that week. So why not reward her with minutes? And that's what we need to be doing.
For Anouk Denton as well, because the Lionesses media team didn't choose the greatest picture of her.
It wasn't the best picture, was it?
Just all teeth. It was like, no, you've done her dirty there. Like,
no, it wasn't the best. But
better one than that.
there were so many other pictures where she looked so happy. You just think, yeah, that they're the ones that we're gonna choose. Yeah, Couture said there, can't believe Sonia's getting online abuse. Yes, we will talk about it probably next week. It's going to be first on the list next week.
Well, the brief mention I was going to make about that is the really short version is they did a study in September, and something like 50% of the abuse of women's football went to Chelsea or Sonia von Pasta. I'm like, that's probably
disgusting.
A, it's disgusting. B, it's probably from Chelsea's own fan base, because there were some because the two fan bases that are extremely online are Chelsea and Arsenal, and Arsenal fans are horrific, and Chelsea fans, much as we have lots of them, and we have all the good ones. It just, the two big clubs that all the media are putting up as these are the leaders going around doing stuff like that, and it's just very strange. And I think it will get worse for Renee Slagers when Liverpool get a result this Saturday. There you go, bringing it back around. You see, I was like,
well, it's okay because Chloe wants Renee at Everton, so they can do a swap. They can have Bri.
Yeah, I'll very, very happily take Renee. Thank you. That's my closing speech.
This is full on. Sorry, Chloe. This is full on breakup of the Shield. Do a wrestling reference. This is full on the lights going up, and you're stood behind Brian Sorensen with a chair, just waiting for him to notice before you swing it at his head. Like,
no, our next 3 fixtures are Chelsea, Arsenal, and City. The big 3, the top 3, if you will. It's not looking good, bruv.
But then it's Christmas. And everything gets better at Christmas, right?
I just love Christmas miracles. I just love my meme brain is now just putting Chloe's face on that Radio 1 thing, like someone saying, "Can Everton get any points over the next few games?" And just, I don't think you've got the facilities for that, big man. Like,
it's hard when your team gets to a point where you think, what is going to be the solution? So hopefully everyone is working hard behind the scenes to bring a solution. So there you go.
Bring Renee in then. I was like, yes, please, thank you.
To bring Renee. Could you imagine the fallout of that?
However, imagine when I see her next week at Arsenal, it's just really awkward, like, hi. She will actually be at Goodison next week. Oh, it's like fate, and I'll take a photo of her behind it, like, this is what's meant to be.
Photoshop her in blues and red.
With Brian, because Brian, of course, follows the pod. It's when you're the only one in the press conference with him now, and it's like, so Chloe, I watched the podcast at the weekend.
Do you know what?
That's all what he said about us.
I won't even have to Photoshop her in behind like the press area, because she will actually be there, and hopefully I will be there.
And there we go.
Oh my God, that's
all
Graham.
The stars are aligning.
Graham, that is an amazing. It can't get any worse, Chloe.
Rick Yard.
Yes. Did anyone see Catherine Batt's Christmas jumper, by the way?
And to answer Emmy's question, I am at United West Ham. I'm pressed for United West Ham, so any questions, send them my way.
Why? Just to both of them. Like,
although last time I was there, Mark's gonna make me cry, so.
So, Mark, Rianne, have you guys got a kind of Jack and Meg White thing going on? Is that what, like, just with the same surname, and everyone trying to work out if they're related or married, and just having to answer that question every time?
Oh, please do. I'll just pretend you don't know who they are. That would be sorry. So who are you again? What's going on?
So are you and him, like, how does that work? But yeah, Catherine Batt's Christmas jumper had "It Can't Be Christmas Already" stitched across it, and then like an embroidered picture of Mick McCarthy underneath it, and just "It can."
Brilliant. Oh, I love it. That's fantastic. And Graham asking the very important questions of, I've lost it now. Is London City and Brighton the longest combined football name game?
I am now going to ask ChatGPT what the longest possible flat pairing of names
Please
in
do.
a football picture could be.
Because this is what the podcast brings. We answer your burning questions. That's what it is. So I think, I love how mixed it is in the chat as well with all these results. But yeah, I think common consensus, City are probably going to win against Leicester on their current form. United are probably going to beat West Ham on their current form. London City are probably going to pull off a last-minute win with a goal that shouldn't have been a goal over Brighton. Villa hopefully do enough to get points. And Arsenal, Liverpool could do something there. They really could. Chelsea, Everton, I would love Everton to get something. I really, really would. But it's Chelsea at the end of the day, regardless of...
They're gonna... But
yeah.
also, Chelsea have dropped points in the last few fixtures, so... No, nothing's going to come of it. We're going to lose like 11-0 or something ridiculous.
It won't be 11. Might be 2 or 3, but it won't be 11.
Okay, depending.
Graham, you could have Wolverton London and North Western Railway Amalgamated Association Football Club versus Cheetham Hill Congregational Pleasant Sunday Afternoon Football Club.
That's incredible.
That's just dead silent.
All hail technology. All hail technology. That's incredible.
Better, are we ready for this? You could have CPD Llanfairpwll Gwyngi Gogri Twin Bob with Llantysilio Gogogok FC.
Oh, well done.
In an international friendly versus Taumato Wagner. Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to write this down properly. Here we go. Versus Taumato Wakatangi Hangakawa Loa Tamate Turi Pukaka Piki Manga Horo Nuku Pokai Buenoa Kitanatahu FC.
Rolls off the tongue, that one.
Which is a hill in New Zealand, but the football club is named after it.
Oh, I love that. I wonder what their nickname is.
Oh my God, I can't say it.
Paul, what's their nickname? Google what their nickname is. It'll be the Hills.
But of course, there is controversial because it contains 5 digraphs, so in the Maori language it only has 80 letters.
Oh, well.
Or you could have, if you were doing it properly, you would have the names that these two translate to.
Wow.
So you would have the Church of St. Mary at the Pool of the White Hazels near the Fierce Whirlpool and the Church of St. Cilia of the Red Cave, FC.
Right.
Which is Llanfairpwll Gwyngi.
Right.
Versus the summit where Tamatea, the man with the big knees, the climber of mountains, the land swallower who prodded about, plays nose flute to his loved one. Which is what the hill translates.
The man with the big knees.
The man with the big knees. That is Tamato Wakatangi Hakao Tamatea Tui Pukaka Piki Manga Hoenu Kopakai Wanawa Kinita Ha. Oh, I can't do it.
Oh, I love languages. I really do.
Yeah,
the man with the big knees. That's insane. Mary. I also love, and High School Musical is the reason for this. The Hawaiian name for the fish. Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Apua'a.
Oh yeah.
It's the name of the fish. No.
It's my favourite.
I love it. But Paul, I love you for that. That was incredible. The man with the big knees.
The man with the big knees.
What was it? Plays a flute to his lover.
It is. No, it's the hill or the summit where Tamatea, the man with the big knees, the climber of mountains, the land swallower who travelled about, played his nose flute to his loved one.
Played his nose flute to his loved one. Wow.
Or there was a film. Not a film.
There's a film?
Farm. There is a farm in South Africa.
Right.
Called Tweevers Meeting Coomores Dues Keetfontein. Which
of course. Yes.
The spring where 2 buffaloes were shot stone dead with 1 shot.
Oh.
That's what it translates to.
Nice to commemorate such a place. Yeah.
Or, amazingly, street names. Right. There is a
Oh God,
street
right.
name in South
Yeah.
Korea, in Gangwon Province,
Hmm.
which is Andori Jidori Darai Mihansumbao.
Right.
And that translates as a road so rocky and rough that even squirrels can't breathe enough.
Oh, that's incredible. Oh, the creativity of that is incredible. I love that.
Or you could have an FC for the longest one-word place name in Australia,
Oh, go on then.
which is Mamonku Pumpurangkan Jr.,
I love it.
which
And
means where the devil pisses. That's really what it means.
that is the most Australian thing I think I've ever heard. Thank you. Thank you for that one. Oh, this is incredible. See, you don't get this on other podcasts. You just don't.
Or in paid Vic Hilly Chatham, which is in Scotland and means Ridge of the House of the Son of Hilly Chatham.
Oh. And you just see now, like Manchester United sounds just really sad, doesn't it?
It does. It just sounds really. It just sounds really.
Compared to all of these. I know, Chris has put, imagine putting these names on a letter or a package. And today I'm here interviewing. You'd just be there for hours.
Today I'm here in Atrix Putrisic Poili County Shiginka, which is a bog in Lapland.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
The bog on which the story text standing on a single pillar and belonging to Paul, the son of Peter, the son of Andrew, stood on.
It's even got a family tree in there. That's
the longest place name in the European Union.
Wow. So all those Peters and Pauls and people involved. And I can't even say speaking of anything because that doesn't relate to Peter and Paul. There might be people called Peter and Paul who support these teams, but let's have a look. These are the WSL2 fixtures.
Durham, Ipswich Town,
Sheffield,
Portsmouth, Crystal Palace that isn't even a real palace.
When I was little and I didn't understand about place names, Crystal Palace sounded amazing.
No, but it was.
Oh my God, Crystal Palace!
It was Crystal Palace.
That's it. Like the sound of it and like the magic of it sounded amazing. So there we go.
And
yeah,
have we found
so I remember
how long Lucia Littlejohn's banned for speaking of Crystal Palace and could your criminal mentions in the chat?
I know the appeal went in, but I haven't heard anything. I'll see if there's been any updates.
Well, you do that. Graham, I see Dutch is fun to learn. Dutch is really fun because when I went to Holland, the Netherlands, I have to call it the Netherlands because Holland is a part of it. Because when I lived in Germany, I was just over the border, so I went to the Netherlands. And the first words I saw on the side of a building when I went into Vals, which is the village that is literally next to Aachen, where I lived, had in big letters, "You cunt," spelled with a U and then K-U-N-T, because that's how you say "you can" politely in Dutch. So, so literally, if people ask a question, you can respond to them with "you cunt," and it's perfectly acceptable because it's telling a group of people they can do something.
Might start learning Dutch. That sounds quite fun. But yes, in answer to that question, nothing has been updated since the announcement of a 3-match ban for violent conduct was clearly insufficient. And if the club wish to, they can, or the FA also can seek an extended punishment if a case is truly exceptional. But yeah, nothing's been updated since then. So we will keep updated.
New manager bounce as well, playing for Newcastle. Well, I thought that was Russians if they lose, rather than. For Newcastle, you might just have to hide the suitcases. Like,
yeah. Yes, you did, Graham. It wasn't great. I had to say something in Italian Love my Italian on Duolingo. And it was something like, yes, I know your cat has a driver's license, but no, even if your cat had a driver's license, he couldn't drive the car. I'm like, what situation would I be in Italy where I would be talking about your cat driving this car if he had it? Like, what? What is going on? But yes, Tanya Oxtoby. Back to the football stuff. I was surprised. I didn't quite see that one come in. But hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I had to learn a Finnish phrase. Vitujen keivät ja köpien takatalvi.
Thank you. What does that mean?
It's the spring of cunts and the late winter of dicks. It's a very strong swear word. It's basically the way Finnish people say for fucking sake. So presumably Chloe may be saying it after the next 3 games for Everton. Or indeed Newcastle fans may be saying it.
And then, well,
Southampton can nick a point on a Monday.
Well, that's the thing. Chris has very kindly put his predictions in the chat. So he's saying 3-0 Durham over Ipswich. Yeah, Ipswich have got to do something in this window. I think they've just got to try and get through to Christmas and then hopefully do some business over this winter window, because they just don't have enough to compete. Bristol 2-1 Sheffield. Yeah, I can see that. Portsmouth 1-2 Charlton. Yeah, I can't see Charlton dropping points against Portsmouth. If they do, that would be huge.
From Fratton Park permanently, because I thought Fratton Park was where they played mostly, and they played at Wesley Park when the men clashed. And go to Wesley Park. So.
Oh no, I thought the opposite. I just thought they do play at Wesley Park and then they play at Fratton sometimes.
Forest Sunderland is going to be very interesting.
And I'm really annoyed I can't go, because that's like an hour away from me. I could totally have gone.
Because before the start of the season, you might have said that was a promotion clash, but now it's a Sunderland are trying to get back on track.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and Forest aren't exactly a team that are going to let you get back on track.
Birmingham City was a promotion clash before the start of the season, not a top versus second bottom.
I know, definitely. So yeah, I mean, Sunderland need to get something from that game, or else they are in trouble, I think. Yeah, I think Birmingham should win that quite comfortably. And then Monday we've got Newcastle, Southampton. And I can see Southampton nicking something there, to be honest.
I hope Southampton, with their money and stuff, pay for their women to go up maybe the day before.
I hope so.
Because that is a really long journey to make on a Monday, isn't it?
It's a really long journey.
It's been long journey any time, but particularly.
It's not the same, but excuse me. We are going in a sec. I once did the train from Durham to Plymouth, and I swear I thought it was about a lifetime. I didn't think I was ever going to get there. So hopefully they do. And Southampton's obviously closer than Plymouth, but hopefully they do go up the day before and just have time to just settle and.
You have to change. That was one. You must have had to change.
No, that was one straight through. I think there's like one a day or something that goes directly through.
The longest direct train in Britain is Aberdeen to Penzance. Which to Penzance.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to check for you now.
But what? See, tell people you're autistic without telling them you're autistic.
I know train routes. So let's go tomorrow. £300. Sorry. Oh, £56. Much better.
I'm going down to London in a week or so.
I don't really want to go it.
45 quid for a 100-mile journey.
Oh. Did you say 45?
45. It would have cost me
could be worse.
90 quid to go to Leeds on the train.
Honestly, it just doesn't make any sense, does it? These train prices. No, you can get there direct. 6 hours
Oof.
and 54 minutes. And it was the longest day of my life, to be honest.
Do we see Charlton realistically dropping that many points between now and the end of the season?
I don't, to be honest.
Are we going to be sat here every week going, that's probably a Charlton win?
Well, that's the thing. They're being so consistent, aren't they? And I just think unless, and I keep saying it, but this window is going to be make or break because Charlton are doing great as they are. Can they bolster that in the window? And can other teams, what are they going to do to try and come out of their stagnation a bit? Because there's a lot of teams that need something extra, even if it's only one or two players. I
don't think Charlton have the money or solid ground, really, the pulling power that Birmingham City might in the transfer window.
Maybe. But if they're going for like undiscovered gems, maybe in there.
There's obviously the potential that they can get loan from London clubs.
Yes. Yeah. Looking for who's on the bench, who's not getting minutes, youngsters. Yep. I agree. I do.
With the work that's being done there now at Charlton.
That's the thing. There's something is building. Something is building indeed. Brilliant. Yeah, Graham said our window will be getting our injured players back. Yes, because you've still got a couple of players to come back. Absolutely.
But see, the thing is, I don't think, Chloe, you tear into Everton. I don't think any of those WSL 2 clubs could beat Everton.
I mean, Forest nearly did.
Forest nearly did, yeah. They can run them close, but I still think. I think you are, and I say this as a professional person of seeing the worst. My team are 10 points clear at the top of the championship, and I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop every week. I'm like, okay, this is the game where it stops. But Everton are not one of the 2 worst teams in the WSL. They're the worst teams overseas than Everton, even with the current form they're having, especially with what Brian Sorensen did after January last year. I think you're having that. Everton seem to have this weird. They only start playing in January.
Yeah, I think it's still too early to panic properly. But
oh no, but it's the big 3 next. If it wasn't the big 3, like straight after each other, then I would be alright. But it's the fact they're straight away, and those were our toughest fixtures last season.
All the other teams have to play them twice as well, though. So
and they are genuinely tough in general for anyone. So yeah, it's a tough run. Yeah, absolutely. But we won't give up yet. Yeah.
All I'm saying is the number of times I've been convinced this season the Sky Blues run will come to an end, like for example against Middlesbrough away. And that's an interesting question.
It is right. A question we will end on. Where do you rank the WSL2 compared to the rest of the leagues in the world? Probably around that 10. Because if you think rest of the leagues, are we talking about like rest of the leagues in general, like top leagues, or are we talking about like second leagues? Because if you look
I would say if you're talking about second tier leagues, I would say the WSL2 is probably the best second tier league.
Yes, if we're talking second tier, yeah, I'd say it's definitely up there. If we're talking in general with top tier leagues, top leagues as well. Okay, yeah, probably like 8 to 12, that kind of area, because we're still good, But if you're including those top leagues as well, then obviously it's going to push them further.
If you count the top leagues, the leagues that are obviously above it, WSL, NWSL, Spain. Actually, no. Maybe not. Maybe not the Spanish league as a whole. I think the Spanish.
No, I think the majority of the Spanish league, they could give them a run for their money. I think they could.
A lot of the French league, I think the WSL2 teams could challenge. Outside of Lyon, PSG, Paris, outside of the Champions League teams, basically.
Yeah.
The Allsvenskan, I think, given when you look at where players move from to play in the WSL2, a lot of it is comparable to like the Allsvenskan and the teams outside the big teams
Dutch leagues, and so I think if it's a top heavy, they've got the top full-ish. Yeah, you're right. So I think RWSL2 could compete with the like mid-table and below of many of the top leagues.
If you're talking about quality of the league as an average, I think top 10 is probably optimistic, and I think if you actually posited that and said on Twitter, you know, the Championship is one of the top 10 leagues in the world.
Discuss.
Yes.
Yeah. For and against. Yeah.
But
I think
when you look at where I think it's only teams' investments stopping the WSL2 being better than many places in Europe's top leagues. Because I think you know, with the quality of the US college system, and you get a lot of US college players coming in, like Gillian Kenny, for example, who has come out and has been a fantastic player and could probably play WSL for Charlton.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. And
I suppose, like you say, international wise, when you look at the number of international people playing high level international football from the Championship, not of the top tier nations, but a lot of the. It annoys me now that the England under 23s are now bench players in the WSL rather than a lot of players who are the younger players who are playing every week in the Championship.
Yes, and it just shows you the talent that we do have. She does deep lift Birmingham. Yes, she's a very good goalkeeper. So yeah, I think there is a lot of talent out there, and it is quite nice actually to think and reflect at how lucky we are really to have the league that we do in our country.
And it annoys me that players leave the WSL2 to the Championship. Kayla Vendel, for example.
Yes.
Playing in the Championship for Southampton, she was getting England call-ups, and then Man United went, "Here you go," and we've not heard from her.
If we can just...
I don't look that up. I know that's bad. But have you got regretted 3 letters, or is she?
I'm
now googling that to check.
Let's have a look. Signed was out in January 2024.
Talking about Champions League week and stuff.
Can't see anything about injury. No, that's just she signed in January, and that's it. That's all we've had.
And she can't play under 23s now because she's 24. So, you know, that's probably why she's not.
Yeah.
Her career.
That's the thing. Yeah, you can't afford to stagnate, can you? Especially in these leagues, you need playing time. Yeah. Right. Final one. Speaking of good keepers, Sophie Whitehouse got the save of the month for November. Well done. Because we all know how great Sophie Whitehouse is. Of course. Right then, we have gone literally around the world tonight during our podcast. So thank you so much to Chloe Paul for joining me this evening. Thank you to everyone in the chat. We really, really do appreciate you sharing your thoughts and opinions as well. You know where to find us across all socials. We are live 4 nights a week with Premier League, non-league, lower league, and of course us on a Wednesday with the Women's Football Show. And our personal tags have been up throughout the show as well if you want to follow more of us. If anyone's interested, I'm doing a Villa Women Advent calendar, so every day there's a little clue, and then you get a player reveal at about 6 o'clock. So if people do want to join in with that, then please do. Hashtag Action Grape, that should be on the merch that we're going to sell.
No, hashtag merch please, Action Grape.
Hashtag merch please.
That could be the live podcast, because someone suggested, Kerry actually suggested one of the things she suggested. Why don't you guys go? Are there any events where you guys can go and do a live podcast where you just go to a venue and people turn up and shout at you? How terrifying would that be?
That would be incredible. That'd be great.
And then it was the same day you went to do your thing, and it's like imagine if we just did a live Absolute Football podcast at like the National Football Museum or something.
It was quite nice actually, because I had a little table, a little setup, and it was like I had a little frame with a message in like, come and share your football stories. I like had it on the side. So it's quite good. So we could totally arrange something like that. I'd absolutely love it. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone, and you, Chris, for joining us still from America. Massive amount of love to you all, and to you. Those who shout the chat whenever we're do bells, and true, very true. Because I think the person who did try and shout at us earlier lives in the Caribbean. So from what I can see, so I don't think they'd be coming over. So.
Now we know, right? If you see any of us out at games or anything, just come up behind us and whisper "Action Grape." That's like the that's the secret phrase. If you see Chloe and Freya in a press box, just you guys are going to be in a press box, and someone's just going to randomly shout from below "Action Grape."
I would love that. That would be incredible. And then everyone turns and goes, "Sorry," and it's like, "Gotta be there." Inside joke on the pod. But no, we do. We really, really love it. So once again, thank you so much. We've got 2 more shows in December, because then the Wednesday after that is Christmas Eve, I believe, and everyone, of course, will be with their beloved ones. Last year we did a bit of a Christmas quiz, didn't we? So maybe something like that on the cards. But also, if you do want to get involved in the Absolute Football quiz, there is still time to apply. The poster's on our page, so go and check out if you can. And also, Shah is up for, is it the Non-League Bible Content Creator Awards? Up for 2, yes. Yeah, she is. So go vote for Shah. She does some incredible work on her podcast and deserves every single vote. So if you can, please do. Yes, Non-League Bible. Yeah, that one. So go check that out and give her a vote. And well, we know how wonderful she is, don't we? So we will leave it there for this evening. So once again, thank you so much. And we'll be back next Wednesday. So I'll just change the outro. So it's not the Premier League show, it's us. And Graham's already voted. Yes. Thank you, Graham. Thank you indeed. Right. We will leave it. So good evening. Thank you and good night. Goodbye.